yourselves. Anybody want to start? Cookie.
I'll start.
You'll start. Cool. Go for it.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to break this.
All right.
Nobody ever talks.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Beware
So
the
I'm the
man.
quartermaster.
Beware the
I'm the
man with the
quartermaster.
hook for a thumb.
Yes, Sam.
Yeah.
Sure. So I'm the quartermaster. I basically run all of the arguments and things. People run them by me. I keep the crew from killing each other. I also handle some logistical stuff simply because I am interacting with the crew all day. So there's that. And that's pretty much my job. I other than that, I do take over any ships that we do capture, but it's unlikely to happen anytime super soon.
And I'm his cabin boy.
Who knows?
Yep, there he
Yes,
is.
you're the messenger boy.
Cool.
He
Next.
he also chopped off his thumb, so
No, I'm the cookie.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
my thumb is still there.
Yeah, we had
no,
a
it's not.
Contrary to popular belief,
we had a thumb accident.
first casualty of the ship.
Right. So
You ever read Treasure Island? Beware the man with the hook for a thumb.
right. That's
I should totally take my thumb off and put a hook there.
I'll forge you one.
Take two.
Cool. All right, next.
I can forge my own one after I get.
Yeah, I don't believe you now.
Shut up. It's Cookie. It's Cookie's turn. Shut up.
Cookie.
I'm
Go.
the cookie.
You're yummy.
I'm some days I'm snickerdoodle, some days I'm chocolate chip. We don't know yet.
He hasn't told his sexuality yet.
I
He-
currently
he
identify
identifies-
as a chocolate chip cookie, but
His pronouns.
I'm responsible for the management and provision, logistics, all of the stuff having to do with the ship's galley and providing the crew with food so that they don't die.
It's
And-
probably important.
Well, yeah. Or else what happens is they start to eat the ship. Medal or award. Whatever.
Yeah,
They don't
that's-
care.
It's fine. Let's not eat the ship. Cool. Yeah, you keep him fed, okay?
Yummy.
Yeah,
Next.
It's
well,
mandatory to complain about him every day while being gracious for his service.
Yep.
Cool. Good. Next.
I'm Samuel. I am the boatswain, bosun, whatever else. Deal with ship repairs ship repairs. And now I'm also in charge of land logistics, so I will be working with the preparation for food for those on the ship, production and preparation, and also transportation of the crew members outside of the ship.
Cool.
And there may be more to that I find out about later. It is somewhat new.
Cool. Next.
Cool. All right. I'm a sailor, but yet unemployed still. So I have yet to pick a job.
Yeah, we gotta get you picked up there by one of the departments. So.
Yep.
He's cabin
And,
boy number 2. That's it.
Cabin boy number 2.
My cabin boy. He's my cabin boy. He's mine.
Man,
I can work with that.
we're gonna have a problem later with cabin boys. So, anyways, cool. Next.
Quartermaster is
for long.
having a little bit of fun. He's having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
we're just trying to cabin a little fun.
Right.
well, you know,
Just cabin, have a little fun.
Please,
All right.
please
yeah,
no.
you know, the
Nothing
quarterback.
happens in the quartermaster's quarters.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
jeez.
do know how to sail, and I am strong enough to
Why is
get
this
by.
going real me?
All right. Yeah, keep it down. Let's finish the intros and then we'll get to the shit talking. All right. So you are a sailor in real life?
I am a sailor, yes.
Excellent. We need
Yes.
more. We need more and more and more. If you're out there and you're you're listening to this crap and you're a sailor, this is the place for you. So, all right, next.
I'm a researcher. I do research and stuff on specs of the ship and whatnot. That's about all I do.
Handy. Cool. Next.
Randy, you never introduced yourself.
Did everybody else introduce themselves?
Yeah, except for this guy who's sitting in your muted.
All right, cool.
Hey, who are you, Steve?
No. If Steve wants
Nah.
to stay silent, it's cool. All right, so I'm the captain. I do dumb stuff and yell at people and make shit happen. So that's my
You
job.
know,
That works out.
He
I,
likes beef jerky a lot.
my neighbor does, but I'm not too big of a fan. Cookie, big fan. Cool.
Yeah.
All right,
jerk.
So-
Extra big fan.
let's. All right, we did that. Anybody got any updates on their jobs that they made progress with so far?
Well, I don't have any updates on my job, but I have been learning the code, and you should go play my game, Empire Gaming. Pretty
Yeah.
funny.
If you
No,
haven't,
we shouldn't actually.
if you,
Actually, I think you're gonna have to shut up.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to recommend
Yeah,
that
that's what I
game.
thought.
As the captain, I recommend that game. So, I do
Quartermaster
Insist.
seconds that.
I do insist we start learning how to code, since that's kind of the main way that they're killing us in the world. I don't know if you've noticed. So yeah, learn to code. Yeah, thank you for that. And if you have any games that you want to develop, put it in there, and we'll try to get some stuff up and running that'll help generate income for the ship. Keeps people stimmied. Cool. Anybody else?
Stimmies.
You got to keep them flowing.
The land logistics section of the server is now open. For those of you who do not wish to actually be a part of the main crew of the ship, but still wish to help out in some which way, you can go there and join. We're on the lookout for land opportunities, so for getting ample food resources. And we are also on the lookout for transportation opportunities in relation to aerial and vehicular transport.
Yep. There's a lot of opportunity on the land as well as at sea. We want to cover all different aspects that we can. Sea, air, land, cyberspace. That's kind of where we're going with this. And for the
Just like
land,
Cyberchase, the show.
right? Thank you. Land, man, the land. We got to have infrastructure for the ship to operate. We can't afford to be beholden to supply chains. We can't afford to be beholden to price points from other companies and what they're setting them to. So the more independent we can become, material-wise, food, fuel, etc., the better. And that provides us with the opportunity to expand our horizons financially as a group. So definitely, if the water's not your thing, join up for the land-based operations. There's a lot of work to be done. So, good shit. Next. Anybody?
Guess that's me. So, I've been tasked with getting information on mooring and dry docking. I've made contact with the company that we're going to attempt to dry dock with, and I'll be sorting that out this coming week. And we'll also be looking at creating documentation for for a lot of things, but specifically my subordinates in culinary.
Cool. Good shit. Anybody else? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm personally just piecing together info and trying to connect more people. Trying to reach out and recruit more people onto the crew. If you guys know good people that want to actually do something with their lives, reach out to them, and if you think that they're a fit for our group, then bring them in. We need more hands. The more people, the more likely this is to actually succeed. So, ship update. We're kind of, yeah, we got to build infrastructure before we can even get the ship. We got to get funding. If you guys haven't donated yet, please do. Links are in Shilling. If you want to donate in other ways, I think we have an affiliate link. You can just click on that, and whatever you buy, Amazon will shill to us. There's a merch store. If you haven't gotten merch, and that's how you want to help donate, then do that. Or just show up to ShipShape. That helps build this product and gets people interested and involved and informed on where we're at. So, futures, yeah, it's getting interesting out there. Russia's trolling Ukraine, sadly enough, and doesn't look too good. They wiped out most of their military. That seems to be where they're at with that. Some other
Based?
There's some other sussy stuff going on as to why they're going into Ukraine in the first place, alongside of our own people doing some stuff over there they shouldn't be doing. So, China is also trying to become fairly aggressive towards Taiwan, and they just exchanged information a little bit with North Korea, who's also doing some funny stuff in the sea next to them. They launched a bunch of stuff. So basically, China and North Korea and possibly Russia will be forming a pact together. Yeah, so that's no bueno for a lot of us. Things are heating up, and Northern Europe next to Russia is also being threatened. And because of that,
I got some stuff on that.
okay, yeah, we'll dig into that in a sec. Because of that, the sanctions on Russia basically means that the algae component of the ship, the land-based operations, has an extremely huge viability built into it because of that. That gives us the opportunity for potential fertilizer manufacture, oil and fuel manufacture, as well as plastics and soap. Those are huge things commercially, and especially to all come out of the same source from the algae, as well as we're also looking to do some genetic engineering for making yeast produce rubber latex, since that will also be a huge commodity that can be cut off. And that technology is still people going out with dinner saucers, collecting the sap from trees that are, spaced very far apart, so very inefficient. But yeah, you had some updates on that?
Yeah, so another thing going on in Europe is, well, not just Europe, but Iranian stuff has been going on with the Iranian gunboats more than normal. So, like, the actual sanctioned by the government gunboats have been attacking U.S. ships more than they have been in the past few years. We also, there has been I don't know if anyone else has heard of this, but the UN has, or not the UN, NATO, sorry. NATO has been called into session by 4 or 5 different countries that border close to Russia. And basically, it's either rule or law 4. It's basically calling in the other NATO allies because they are worried about imminent threat of attack. So I know Poland is one of those.
Poland always gets screwed over, I swear.
Yeah,
You know,
unfortunately.
They're in between, major
They're in
players.
between Russia and Germany, so
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah, basically, Rule 4 is a precursor to Rule 5, which basically means war. So Rule 5 is calling NATO allies to fight in the event of an attack. So, like, Rule 5 would be, or Law 5, I don't know exactly what the terminology is. It would be invoked if one of them got attacked, and then that would basically end any chances of us not being involved in this.
I do have to say on that subject, look at the start of World War One, and you see one of the major things that helped with that, helped start the fighting, was the amount of treaties going around with each other, amount of alliances, which basically caused a bunch of conflicts that nations didn't necessarily need to have to be in.
Once people start
it's
picking sides,
World War One and World War Two.
Once people start picking sides, that's when conflicts start arising, because everybody's quote unquote at peace until they're not, and once that happens, things catalyze. So,
and then the Fire Nation attacked.
I mean, there's no war in Boston Say. I don't know what you're talking about. So, you know what I mean? It's something that we all have to be cognizant of. And I want everybody to get together and actively start getting prepared, get a game plan, get basic tools, get whatever you need, supplies, water, dry goods, seeds, multi-tools if you don't have them, backpacks, rucksacks, go gear, medical equipment, things for processing water, that sort of thing. Just get as ready as you can. Get a survival handbook if you can find it. I think a good basic one's like the SAS survival guide. That's a pretty solid one. But you have to practice with your gear. Don't get that, scruffy gear you find, in a kit on Amazon. That none of that stuff's gonna work. That stuff's all trash. Get a good knife. If you can, where you're at, get guns and ammo. Ready to defend your home,
With that,
your family. Yeah.
with that, under land logistics, resources will be, resources will be put there for that kind of stuff, for survival related items and tools and necessities, how to survive and stuff like that. There will be a list of items compiled, as well as book resources that I am currently working on.
Cool. Yeah, if any of you actually want to help put it together, I think we got 14 pages worth of a preliminary survival guide that basically just cuts to the chase for quick and dirty. So, anybody want to help with that, feel free to join. Just DM me. And for the most part, I want you guys to start getting used to doing checklists. If you can, do inventory, see what you got, clean your shit up. Just get prepared mentally. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully nothing. Right? That's always the best scenario.
If you're injured, don't do anything stupid. Let yourself heal. Eventually at the top. I know. That's exactly why I'm saying that.
Be very careful when handling hatchets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hatchets deflect.
Okay, no.
I'm just going to point that out to everybody. Lessons learned.
Yes,
hatchets
they do.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
If you got to put energy into it, you're probably doing it wrong. Every cutting edge, if it's sharp enough, will just cut through the material very easily. So, rule of thumb there.
No, I just added a channel for you, Sam.
Rule of
go through and fix all the terms for that.
Quartermaster's thumb rule.
Yeah, further down that list of stuff you mentioned, Randy, would be generators, like preferably diesel powered, so that they can run on
if you can get it. And batteries, rechargeable batteries, preferably nickel, cadmium, lithium can explode. If you can get them, they're very low energy density, but that you could recharge them like almost infinitely. Is Edison? I think they're iron nickel. Those are the most reliable that you can do. And if you really are in a pinch and you need to get, battery power and you don't know how to do it, you just take some fiberglass and 2 different types of metals, and you can even piss in a cup and it'll work. Some kind of electrolyte, and have it outside or whatever if you need to charge something. I recommend you get a voltmeter so you know what the hell is coming out of it. So you don't barbecue whatever you plug into it. But for the most part, you can calibrate that, make basic saltwater battery, whatever it is.
And with that as well, if I can't speak for a minute, give me a second. With that as well, there are methods that I will be providing under land logistics. If, for whatever reason you don't have, or for whatever reason diesel generators out of or too much for you, or if you're just in a pinch, there are methods for converting small single-cylinder gas engines into steam engines with very little issue for power output. I'm not certain, but that could definitely be something that's useful.
Yeah.
I've been looking at things similar to that, but also converting small gas engines to diesel. It's complicated, but it would be something that would really help me, because I have a ton of small engines, and I don't know if anyone else has stuff like that.
If you haven't subscribed to Project Farm, do so now. I highly recommend it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely subscribe to Project Farm.
Yeah. That's major.
They're unironically the best resource for that type of stuff.
And just for metalworking, in general, just start picking up, blacksmithing channels, machining channels. You can do Mr. Pete 222 for machining. You can do Black Bear Forge for blacksmithing, for carpentry. There's quite a few people out there. Just try to look up basic stuff. I recommend watching any kind of Japanese woodworking, like the traditional skill capture documentaries that they do, and that'll teach you a lot more how to be very efficient and precise with very limited tools and do clean work. And you really need to be as clean and efficient with the materials that you have to reduce waste. We don't have an option if shit hits the fan to have waste. So learning how to be skillful will reduce that. You don't have the option a lot of times on a part to get more material, to get the means to repair it. You only have the means to fix it that one time in that one fashion. So take that into consideration.
On that same note, welding. Learn to weld.
If
Very
you have the
basic stuff.
ability, if you have the energy
Yes.
backup
exactly.
power to do that, you have a diesel powered welder rig set up to do that, then yeah, do that. Shit hits the fan, you can link up a bunch of car batteries together and use the flux weld, the flux
I'll be
flux core rods.
I'll be looking into that stuff a lot more.
The batteries will blow up eventually,
So
so be wary. But if you're in a pinch and you need to weld something real quick, that'll do it. Also, from Project Farm, just to reiterate something useful out of that, you can run diesel on just straight oil, which is very odd, and used motor oil. So don't be scared to put shit in there if you need it. Another one to...
diesels are very. No, go ahead.
They're very robust. So, very
Yes,
versatile.
Exactly. They're kind of like jet engines.
If you have not watched the entire series, I highly recommend you all subscribe and watch SV Seeker, who basically built the ship from scratch, thanks to the internet. And right now he's doing sailing lessons and doing videos on that as well. So, very informative, very useful to know. Yeah, we got to get up to speed on as much as we can in as short a period of time as we can. So maybe we'll do some more get-togethers during the week, and try to flesh out some knowledge between each other, and hopefully that'll precipitate some better planning. And if any of you can really help with this SBIR thing, that'll get us some money real quick. We can start working. So. All right. Anybody got anything else? Anybody working on any kind of media they want to plug before we're done here?
Moreno Watch.
Who?
Mo
Rhino
Rhino Watch.
Mo.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying Marino Watch. All right. Jokes. Cool.
It's like one of those. It's like one of those wristwatches for kids that has like an animal on it.
Yeah. You know what? You could sell those. Can you sell rhino skins for phones and stuff? Yeah. You can. Yeah. If you can make a merch store, plug it in the merch store for Mo Rhino Watch. Cool. Go on Teespring or something. All right. That's all I got. You guys got anything else before we close out here?
I'll plug my business real quick. I do CAD design stuff. I'll throw a link somewhere in the channel. I think you already have it, Randy.
Okay,
But, yeah, I just basic stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we need to actually, that's something we need to do, website. We'll have to make a members website and somewhere that people can access this data and download things that we find that's of use, and where we can list products and stuff that we make. We'll have that in the works eventually, if we don't get nuked first. So cool.
Oh, with that, I just remembered. So Discord has come out with a new terms of service. I haven't looked through it too much. However, because of some of these servers we are affiliated with, it may put a target on our back.
Correct. And so
That's a good point. I did not think about that.
we're probably gonna have to have a backup on like Gilded. We'll probably have we have the Telegram, so maybe we'll have to have an alternate media. Telegram.
Speaking of that, you should put the link to the Telegram in the description.
Yeah. So well, we don't want people on the rest of the
That's
internet
true.
finding it. So
Well, no, it's unlisted.
That doesn't mean they
Videos are
can't find
unlisted,
it.
So
if somebody else talks about it,
Yeah.
so it's just better to
Discord
stay
can track us down through the checking who's involved in what servers.
right. So we'll see. That's how we're gonna have to run this. Yeah. Everybody. After we post the link, join in to the Telegram, and then we'll try to get a bunch of backup systems going. It's kind of hard to jump around on the internet. We did some digging a while back for this kind of stuff, and yeah, but aside from operating off of like Tails and Tor, and even Tor's like the CIA's got a bunch of floating nodes that they're trying to filter traffic through to identify people.
I'm trying to get a server room in the studio to where it's my server. It's here. It's stationary.
Yeah, if we can do
So,
that, people
I don't know what that would look like or
hosting
how long.
a decentralized server system. It still has to go through hubs, right? So as long as you're on the internet, you're exposed. So don't think that just because you have your own shit, you're not out there. Then it opens it up to attacks as well, eventually. So whether it's political or just nefarious people. Anyways, so that's all I got for now. Anybody else? Close it out. Good.
Yo,
Yo.
good to go.
Good to go.
How do I
Cool.
get a dog?
Huh?
How do I
Okay.
get a dog?
How do you get a dog?
A
Job.
dog.
Job. Oh. Yeah, we'll give you a job. Don't worry about it. Anyways, all right. That's all we got.
oh no, yeah,
Oh. Yes.
I was gonna say you should give a rough idea of how to get a job. Unless
how
that's
to
a
get a
video
job. Yeah,
one.
once you get in, just at me, and then I'll set you up. We usually just do a mild consultation, what you're good at, what you want to do, and then we'll give you a job placement. So, and we're switching things up again, like Cookie was saying on Monday. So things will be a little bit different. Jobs that used to be a thing, maybe we'll just make those fun roles. But for the most part, gonna have real jobs that are actually on ships and part of real operations, so real titles. Eventually we'll want to make this to where it's real companies. Right now this is a proto company and set of companies, and eventually you guys will be able to put this on resumes. So that's what we're shooting for. Build infrastructure. All right. Cool. All right, that's it. Thanks guys for listening in. This was Ship Shape. I think this is episode 5. Yeah. All right. Have a good one. See you again next week. Selves. Anybody want to start?